Happy summer, even if it's not exactly official yet. I know as soon as that weather really starts warming up, it's summer for me. One thing that's at the height of its season during the beginning of summer, or at least my beginning of summer, or the 1st of June, is strawberry season. So I decided to go with a strawberry theme for this June setup, which is a lot like the last month where it's super quick as I didn't have a ton of time. I think the whole layout, including the stenciling with the pencil, took about an hour, and doing everything with the pen and the markers took exactly 29 minutes and 30 seconds according to what the film was. So it's something super quick, especially when you're super busy. Me being a new mom, I don't have time for it, but it's nice to have something colorful to look at when I'm planning out my days. If anything, it's a nice challenge to Tetris everything onto one spread and to kind of go outside of the box of my 10-page months. Instead, I go back down to like 5 or 6 pages depending on how many weeks there are in the month. I wanted to keep all the colors super simple still, so I used 2 red Tombow Dualbrush pens and 1 green Crayola marker and 1 green Papermate Flare pen. And I tried to mix the colors just a little bit to give there a little variety so that there was depth in the strawberries, and some looked a little juicier than others. And I used yellow just in the center of the flowers, putting in the little flowers where the new strawberries will bloom from. I find that I really haven't been using the big calendar spread pages, so I continued with the little calendar at the bottom that I'll highlight in the color red for the days that I have stuff going on. Then I'll put the details in on the weekly spreads, which I do typically do well in advance so that I'm not scrambling to get those done on the week of. But this month I was a little late on it. Last month I put 1 week on 2 pages, but I found that it was a lot of space and I didn't actually need it. I was able to condense everything, including a simplified habit tracker and like a couple little notes sections and all the week or daily areas all in 1 page. I like having everything a little bit closer together. It's certainly easier to get to on the day-to-day instead of flipping through pages and filling in lots of charts. I do like the whole chart thing, obviously, because I've been doing it for years, but for right now, it is really nice to have everything together. So if you find that you're struggling to fill in the day-to-day habits, then putting everything on 1 page is a good way to at least get in the habit of it. Or when you're super busy, be able to see everything on 1 page when you're working on the book. To keep everything together, I just put the strawberries down the middle of the page. When I outline the different sections, it really put a burst of color where there will be writing and filling in habits on the left and right. So a lot of black with a burst of color in the middle of the page. This way that there was a good area to have that design without it being overwhelming or something that had to be super complicated with a lot of thought behind how it would look on the final page. I also like that everything was smaller because I could just pull out my protractor from the 5th grade and use that to make all the lines without needing my larger ruler that's a little bit more cumbersome and something that I don't want to pull out when I don't have a ton of time to plan. The protractor really is the best bullet journaling tool. You have that nice curve and the centimeters on the inside and inches on the outside, which the centimeters, half a centimeter is one of the blocks. So it's immensely helpful when I'm planning and things have to be like 7 blocks or 10 blocks. It goes up to 10 centimeters. So I've got a little room to work with within my journal. And that's it for this month. See you next time.